That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
Yeah,
you want one quick question?
we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
Yes, sir. It's Kim time, baby. I said that to get myself started because my energy's been so low today. I was like, I have to do something to get my energy up, man. I can't be up here just monotone. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Rashad Milligan. This is the road to 5K subs. If you are new to the channel, as you read from the title, we are starting off with Doja Cat. I wanna remember, I wanna be on camera. That's a cut. Low key, not all the way. RP to OG Mako. Yeah, you guessed it. So essentially on Rap Life, hold on. This is what's going on right now. On Rap Life, Eddie or Ebro brought up Doja Cat. I guess I haven't watched the full episode of Rap Life from this week, but I do know Doja Cat was teasing her new album V on Instagram Live, and she was playing snippets off of it as she always does, kind of like as her new rollout thing. And before that, recently she did the joint with Jack Harlow. And so with those two kind of things going on, she's in the news. So I'd imagine they brought up Doja Cat's supposed to be coming. She put out some stuff on Instagram Live, and that's how the topic of Doja Cat came up. So Eddie, as you see here, Eddie Francis, who's a part 1/3 of the Apple Music Rap Life show, he goes on kind of this rant about how Doja Cat uses the culture when it's convenient for her benefit and the benefit of her career to fit within the culture and be accepted within the culture of hip hop. So she kind of like leans on her black side when it's time to rap and say the N-word. Me personally, just kind of starting off of that, I would say, gatekeeping and all of these things are very, very important to do in hip hop and all of these things and protecting culture. Like, because it's like, right, if it's a white artist or a white person doing this, right, the thing that people have issue with is not the fact that you're just white. It's the fact that you are like a white person visiting something in black culture. And then it's like, you're black for all the times it's convenient. It's fun to dance, to be at the cookout and have a party. But when it's time to get serious about black issues and things that marginalized groups of people face, then you're kind of like nowhere to be found, or you're like disassociating. That's the thing about the black struggle, the black plight, whatever the case might be, right? So I get that for a white artist. For artists who are black, like kind of what we were talking about, the entire Drake versus Kendrick thing, of Kendrick really going at the thing of, you obviously have had this inner battle within yourself of identity issues growing up as a mixed kid. Even though your father was black, you spent most of your childhood with your white mother and family and that side of the family. So, you kind of grew up with this awkward afro. You're very light skinned, grew up in the acting industry. You know what I'm saying? Like all of these things. So it's like, while if you look at the Degrassi stuff when he's behind the scenes, Today in the Life, where he's just showing in his room and in his house tapes and notebooks of raps and tapes and cassettes and vinyls and all that of all these classic rap albums and CDs of all these classic rap albums. He clearly has cared about the culture from day one. And you see him in photos with his cousins in Memphis growing up, or him with his father growing up and stuff like that. And he obviously like loved being around that because it was like a genuine black experience. So Kendrick called that out and it just is what it is. With Doja Cat, through multiple interviews or whatever throughout her career, you can tell there's always kind of been this weird thing. She has like a strange relationship with the black community, even with what leaked of like, her being in the rooms and these type of things. You guys know the Nori tweet and everything like that. If you don't know the Nori tweet, the Nori tweet is, they said Doja Cat was in them racist rooms showing feet. And because it leaked that Doja Cat used to be like in rooms with chain 4 guys and stuff like that, incels, like actual incels, not incels of the way that the internet is kind of ran with the word and redefined it. But pretty much just guys who are considered the rejects of society, and they're usually like straight white men, and they kind of have like a black girl going there, and they're all kind of fawning over her because in real life it's like they don't have the chance with a woman that kind of looks like that or something like that, or they don't think they have a chance, so they kind of consider them, you know what I'm saying, like consider them out of their league, and they just talk down on them. And that's where Doja Cat was, and the footage leaked, and it was a big thing in 2020. She put out a whole tweet thread about it, and she says she still shows up in those chat rooms because she enjoys to be in those chat rooms and things like that, and to leave her alone and let her personal life be her personal life. I say all of this to say her relations with her black side, she talks about her father being South African, but her not really knowing, having the best relationship with her father, I believe, and things. It's always been a thing of her career. It's like with kind of Donald Glover, it's always kind of been a thing of him and his relationship with black women. That's always been a narrative that he's addressed in his music multiple times throughout the years and everything like that, and through his art, and through the people he hires and the people he keeps around him. His last album, he made a distinct statement by putting majority of the features as black women, like all but Yeet. It's like Yeet is the only, like, and then I guess the people who are on No Excuses playing the instruments, you got Ludwig and another guy on there that's featured on there, but everybody else featured on the album with a named feature, because I think Steve Lacy's playing the guitar on one of the songs as well on Steps Beach, and he might be playing guitar on the joint with Running Away with Fusi, and I know Fuche, and I know he has Shabuzi on the remix of The Advocate, but he never released it. Anyways, I say all this to say all but one listed artist feature on his last album were black women, and then he brought all black women on tour with him. It was supposed to be Amire and Willow. It ended up just being Willow, and then he ended up canceling the rest of the tour because of his health issues and things of that sort, or reported health issues. So it was kind of like a thing, a concerted effort he has made to show like society, I don't have an issue with black women. He says it in the line early in the album of like, yeah, you in the minor leagues, I'm in the minor leagues, but I'm pro-black. I bet he hate his mom. How you know that? You got a podcast because you can't rap. He says that in Survivor. And like, you know what I'm saying? It's just an entire thing, a campaign he's going on to show people he doesn't hate black women. The mother of his child and his life partner, his wife, just happens to not be black. And after a career-long, decade battle of trying to prove to people he loves black women and he cares about black women and he values black women. So I say all that to say people that have dealt with stuff like that with their race, it's the same way that Doja Cat has dealt with just her blackness in general throughout her career. So this is what Eddie says right here. He just says everything I said. He said the same way that Kendrick was coming after Drake's identity and his blackness and saying he's not like us, 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 United States. He's not like the black Americans. He's not like Americans because he's not from the US. All these things. It's the same thing with like Doja Cat, of just like Doja Cat, even though she came up through the ranks of breakdancing and she could rap really well, she is not really of the ilk of just naturally being a free-flowing black American, because it's something she struggled with, even just accepting and understanding her blackness. I think personally it's just a weird situation if you're Doja Cat. Like, you were born mixed. You were born into a situation where, you know what I'm saying, if Pops wasn't around, Pops was not around. So it's like, okay, I was born as a light-skinned woman raised by a white mom. I don't know where she was raised in a white, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to go that because I don't know Doja Cat. So I think when you don't know people, you shouldn't be speaking on like these things and like, yeah, Doja Cat don't do Doja Cat don't do. regardless, bro. Um, it's a situation you can't control. If I'm born into a situation that I cannot, like, she cannot change her circumstances. I say all of this once again to say this. When it comes to Doja Cat doing music, when it comes to Doja Cat doing rap music, I have no issue with the woman who struggles with her personal identity doing rap music, because it's the same thing to me as a white person doing rap music. You can do rap music if you want to. It's a free country. It's a free world. We have free will. It is what it is. I think the issue is when you use rap music and certain aspects of Black culture that's exclusive to Black culture, and then now you're like, I don't know about Black people. And the only time I felt like Doja Cat really, really did that since she's been mainstream, is on the Planet Her album, on the Nas song. N words ain't ish. That's the only Doja Cat song where I was like, I felt uncomfortable with her singing those words and kind of like, you know what I'm saying, making that a single and that being the biggest hit that she was like the most kind of like proud of off of Instagram Live, teasing new music and everything. Like that whole thing was uncomfortable because off top, you black woman might have heard it like, yes, Doja. And then it's another side that's like, yo, this is someone who is like doesn't like speaking about her blackness. And this is a woman who also is like been known to kind of been how do you say, the kind of the main piece of online race play. You know what I'm saying? This is the person, and then on top of that, like it's like publicly dating people since she's become a mainstream celebrity. They've all been white guys, so it's like she's using this term. She could just say guys or boys or men ain't this, but she says the N word specifically. That's something that's kind of like exclusive to Black people saying, like Black people. I don't use the N word just because, like I don't want anyone using the N word. But regardless, if other Black people want to use the N word, that is their prerogative. That's where they go by. It's Black only word. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Everybody knows what comes with it. Complicated thing, but yeah. So that was the only time I feel like in Doja Cat's career, and she's had a long career at this point, mainstream. Um, Mood came out 2018, so this is what 2020. It's 7 years later, 7 years since she's been in the mainstream spotlight. Um, that's the only time one song out of she's released what like the the worst album, the first album was the pink one. The pink one. So she's released 4 albums so far since being mainstream, for real, for real. And then she's got another one coming up that'll be her 5th. Cause yes, yeah, I think 4. So she's released 4 since she's been mainstream. Mainstream since 2018, 2017. And with that, it's only been one song, bro. So like 4 albums, that's like what? 30 songs when you add the deluxe, because she puts a lot of songs on her project. Save is 30 songs plus deluxe. So that's 120 songs. I'm including features and all that and stuff like that and taking away from the song. 130 songs is only one song that I was upset with her, considering her background and everything. Everything else I don't have an issue with. And she herself said with Ebro, like, with rap music, yeah, she looks at it and is like, yeah, could some lines be a little harder looking back on it, 2020 hindsight? Yeah, of course. But like, it's supposed to be fun. It ain't supposed to be something that I have to, what I'm saying, take so serious. Nothing in life is that serious. And I thought that was like a great kind of life lesson or whatever from Doja. And great perspective that she had that goes beyond music and stuff like that. So there was that. But then Doja Cat herself spoke. So after 14 minutes of me yapping, giving my personal opinion, the actual Doja Cat, she tweeted and deleted. I went to Reddit to see what she tweeted, the full one. I don't want to stand up for myself in regards to all of these lies being told. To be honest, I don't think it will make a difference. Maybe I'm wrong and maybe it would. I've learned to just let the ignorance be and let people learn and use their own discernment. If you watch the news and believe it, and believe it all, what kind of person does that make you? I'm enough. My music is enough. My word is enough. Everything following me that everyone following that is everyone else's problem but mine. Um, yeah, I mean, I feel like Doja Cat has a right to feel this way. Because at the end of the day, bro, at the end of the day, who's really more talented than Doja Cat doing this right now, bro? Legit. Like, I know it's gonna sound crazy glazing when I say this. Gambino, Dolce, Tyler the Creator might be up there in the hemisphere, but like Doja can sing, she can make beats, and she can rap better than most people out right now, especially on the mainstream level. She can do everything, bro. She could do everything, dude. Like no one can go in as many lanes in music, many departments in music than Doja Cat. Except for like I said, like Gambino might be able to at least put a candlelight up to her, but Gambino ain't doing dance breaks like Doja is. You know what I'm saying? So Doja, yeah, I think Doja's the most talented. Mainstream, super pop star. She makes good music. She can dance, she can sing, she can rap. So yeah, I mean, so to Doja's point, like all these people discrediting her because of all the outside stuff, it's crazy. Like that's crazy because it's like she be rapping her behind off for so many years, right? When the first surge of female rap artists happened, with Cardi B opening the floodgates with Bodak Yellow, so many people were just like complaining of like, man, it's city girls and Cardi B rapping about stripping and robbing men and twerking and rapping about their body parts. Like that was the thing, right? We get a couple of lyrical, you know what I'm saying, mainstream, dope female MCs at the top of the game, and people still complain. People complaining about Doja because she everywhere. People complaining about Doja Cat because she ain't black enough. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's crazy, bro. It's like some of y'all will never be satisfied. Like y'all complained about women, female rappers just rapping about twerking and their body parts and robbing men and uh, all the bad stuff, right? Y'all was complaining about that forever. You finally get some rappers that's rapping about something with good flows and creative bars and creative presentation. She got dope music videos. She got dope album concepts. The whole devil thing was crazy, which they brought up as well in the rap life. That's whatever. You know what I'm saying? That was some stuff. I'm like, I'm cool off you, bro. I don't play that devil stuff. Whoop whoop. I'm not as listening in tune as much as I was to Planet Her era, everything like that. And I know, you just mocking it and you're a troll and this and that. That's just something I don't play with personally. But regardless, that aside, my personal preference, what I like, what I don't like about Doja Cat, I can't say that she's not talented and she's not dope and she's not good for the woman rap world. Like she is, you know what I'm saying? She just is, bro. She is, dude. Like, and everybody has to accept that. Everybody has to accept that, bro. And I don't know. We need to appreciate people when they're here because Doja can be the biggest superstar in the world, the biggest pop star artist, everything. Go overseas. You see the clips all the time. They play the clips all the time of her playing shows overseas on the stage and everything, and they just like you see your arena like she can be the biggest star, but at the end of the day, and I think this tweet is further validation. She wants to be accepted by the community. She wants to be accepted by hip hop community. She cares about rap. She cares about hip hop. If she didn't, then she wouldn't, with the into it and to get into it at the end, mocking Nicki Minaj because she's gonna get Nicki Minaj on the song, and she said, "I love you, Nicki," and she's like, and she's like, "I love Nicki, I love Nicki, I love." Like she cares about the culture, she cares about the art, she cares about the art form. She came in breakdancing, like you said. She came in breakdancing. She could rap her behind off. She could sing. She on beat. She talking about something with the what you call, like I said, Scarlet, I ain't give too many listens of regular Scarlet because this the album, on Paint the Town Red where she in the whole devil fit and stuff like. So I'm like, okay, I ain't gonna replay this too much. But she did the little Scarlet Deluxe where she got the blonde head with the little Scarlet little emblem in their back, and she rapping on that piece. She rapping on there, and I'm like, bro, Doja Cat is still dope. Like Doja Cat is just good, bro. She's good. And people and the rap community and hip hop needs to, like, I don't know, not just throw off as, oh, that's pop. Because that's what they do with Drake. Like, but the thing is with Drake, people can be like, oh, Drake is pop. But at the end of the day, what do they call Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole? The big three of the generation, the three biggest rappers. And some people will say, when you get into the weeds of it, that's when people, Drake more like pop, Drake more like this. But like, he's still considered a rapper, and people still compare him against above like the best rappers ever of all time, right? And their runs and how long they've been as popular as they've been popular. Because Drake been popular longer than all of them have, you know what I'm saying? At the peak, for real, including his guy, Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Wayne been popping since he was 16, but he ain't been, when Wayne was Wayne, solo Wayne, you're talking about probably what, like 03 to 2011. So that's 8 years. And I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Hot Boys, everything like that. I'm in New Orleans right now, and I am young. So 03, I was 8 years old, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I have to keep that in perspective and everything like that. But for me, Wayne's run was 03 to 2011. That's 8 years. Drake's run has been from 2009 to 2025. 16 years. That's double the time of how long that Wayne was Wayne at the top of his career, in the top of his game. So, but people like have that conversation of Drake being, what Yasin Bey say, a target artist and everything. They have that discussion under the discussion of hip hop and all time rapper greats. People don't put Doja Cat in that category because I don't know, maybe because she a woman, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like she said, a couple of her lyrics and her rap verses aren't the craziest, you know what I'm saying, hard hitting double entendres, but when she wants to, she can get into that bag. And she can get into that bag with the best of them. So I don't know. I'm saying all of this once again to say this is probably like the fifth time I said that in this Doja Cat discussion. Doja obviously wants to be accepted into the hip hop community and the rap community and rap greatness and all time conversations. She can play it off, troll, tell jokes, go on Instagram Live and act like she doesn't care about rap culture. If she didn't care about rap culture and hip hop, she wouldn't be on Instagram Live giving Miles a chance, a listen. She wouldn't be on Twitter posting Baby Sosa, posting BK the Ruler, posting Clip, posting, you know what I'm saying, posting underground artists. She wouldn't be listening to Caribou if she didn't care about rap music. You know what I'm saying? Doja Cat obviously cares about the culture. She loves the culture. She cares about it, and she wants to be accepted by the culture. She loves music. She can try to trick y'all all y'all want and say she don't care and troll and this and that. She cares, bro. So hold on. My camera froze. Let me see. Get this right. But yeah, man, Doja Cat cares, bro. And she wants to be accepted by the culture. And the culture should appreciate her during her prime. You know what I'm saying? Because she's been doing it 7 years now. She's been a top artist for 7 years. Say So was 5 years ago. If you want to be picky about the superstardom and where it started, Say So was 5 years ago. So 5 years later, she's still 6 years. That was 2019. 6 years ago. So Say So might have been 20. Hold on. What was the release date for Say So? 2018 or 2019? I think 2019, I want to say. 2019. Okay. Yeah, Say So was 2019. So she been a superstar for 6 years. Mainstream move, what was that? 2018? Let me see Doja Cat move. Go move. 2018. So she's been famous mainstream since 2018. She's been a superstar since 2019. She's been doing this for 7, yeah, that's 6 years, bro, at the level she's doing it. So she deserves that credit. Like people don't last that long, bro. Like salute to Cardi B. Shout out to her for winning the Grammy for album of the year over Astro World, everything like that. But Cardi has one album. Cardi has one album, dog. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you're talking about who's done it at this level, it's Nicki. A huge gap between everybody else because Nicki's been doing it since 2010. She's been at the top, number one, not even close, for 15 years. Just right there with Drake for the women and things of that sort. It's got to be Doja, bro. To be honest, because Cardi B would be there, she would be the number 2, but Cardi B hasn't released no music. Like, that's some Lauryn Hill stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just to have all-time female rappers. I got Lauryn Hill over Nicki. Why? She's released one album, bro. Like, I got Andre 3000. Andre 3000 not have an album. Now, if you want to say Outkast and number, we can do that because Outkast has albums. Andre 3000 does not have an album. Just is what it is, bro. So yeah, I don't know. I wore myself out from talking about this Doja Cat thing, but overall, I just say, like, give people their flowers, bro. While the greatness is here, everybody else in the world has accepted Doja Cat for the pop star and everything and the big mega star that she is. Hip hop and rap hasn't fully embraced her because, I also think, what I'm saying, she hasn't fully embraced not hip hop and that culture, but Black people. So it's like, they're like, okay, if you ain't, okay, you ain't gang, you ain't gang. But at the same time, it's like, are we gonna hold this imaginary grudge and have this fight and back and forth with her the whole time? Doja Cat needs to be at the BET Awards. Doja Cat needs to win a BET Award. Doja Cat needs to perform and give speeches at the BET Awards. Doja Cat needs to eventually get honor at the BET Awards. You know what I'm saying? I think Lenny Kravitz was the one who said, I never had like a BET, salute or anything like that. And Lenny Kravitz deserves one. Like, if he didn't get one after he said that last year, after he called him out, Donald Glover calling him out on stage. I don't have enough BET awards. Like, I don't know. I feel like Doja Cat should be accepted more in the community. Also, the last thing I wanted to say, I had this point earlier, and I wanted to say this. The Doja Cat fans going up for him, it was something that I seen, and I was like, you guys are no better than the guy that you're calling out. Here, where we at? It was something. I'm trying to find it. Hold on. Where we at? I don't know why people blaming Ebro. I guess because he kept asking follow-ups. This is being dense. She's not black enough because her black father wasn't in her life. Notice how this doesn't apply towards J. Cole. No. Look at how J. Cole talks about black people versus how Doja Cat talks about black. They think this, you guys are being like intentionally dense. But there was something that I saw in here. Yeah, we're gonna get to it. RP OG Mako once again. Did Doja say anything on like Instagram about OG Mako passing? I always wondered that because I ain't seen her say anything on Twitter. Larry June didn't say anything either. Yeah, here's Dochi. What did Dochi say about the flags? All right, man. I'm gonna just go look it up right here. I seen something that was also concerning with this conversation. And it was about Dochi, bro. There's a lot of people that was like, oh, so they don't love Doja Cat, but I bet they love Dochi, huh? And it's like that has an undertone of Okay, here we go. Here's another person saying but they're in support of Dochi. Doja Cat is a talented artist, but for me, Dochi gives me what she gives in a more authentic way. Both are cool, but yeah, I think it's because Dochi is black fully in that soul and meaning, but songs just hit different for me personally. That is his opinion. Let me see. All right, I'm about to find this real quick so I could show y'all because I pulled it up earlier. Here we go, bro. Let me guess. His favorite female rapper is Doechii, right? And it's got 16 likes. This has an undertone of colorism and racism. And the same way that, you can say that his comments about about Doja Cat have an undertone of colorism and racism and all the stuff that you want to say. Oh, like you being hateful, you being spiteful, you prejudiced, this and that. Ooh. Is the exact same thing. You making it no better, bro. 2 wrongs don't make it right. And that's the thing that I always have an issue with. And I think the way that it goes right there, bro, the direction of this conversation, it goes off the rails when you do something like that. Oh, but y'all support Doechii, huh? Because she black. She for the culture, huh? Please, bro. That's like some... If you say something bad about Caitlin Clark, the comments going to be like, oh, I bet you an Angel Reese person, huh? That's just another way to call you black in a coded way, bro. Like, that's the way that this conversation is going and the conversation around Doechii is going. Like, they went from supporting Doechii to hating Doechii to now weaponizing Doechii to anything that's like... And Doechii's a dope rapper, bro. Like, it's crazy, the entire conversation and the entire... I don't know. That's a whole nother thing, bro. That's a whole nother thing. But that's my 33 minutes on Doja Cat and this conversation about her identity politics and whether or not we should let that affect whether we care about her music or not.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but...
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
We can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.